I hope you're doing well today. I hope you have good health, a good vision for the future, a strong mindset, and good fortune. I see this guy often. So I go to the grocery store, I meet this old man, and he walks around, and he's kind of, he's got that old man walk, you know what I'm saying? They be leaning forward. It's kind of swaggy, but like you could tell it's upper back problems. He walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, happy Monday." It'll be Monday or Tuesday, whatever day of the week. And I'll be like, "Hey, happy Monday." And then he'll reach into his pocket and be like, "Here, take some candy. Give me candy. I think I have the candy. I don't know if I can show you." So yeah, he'll go up to me and he'll be like, "Here, take some candy. This is the candy." He gave it to me. See it? I'm not gonna eat it though. He pulled it out of his pocket. I'm not gonna eat random old man candy pocket. Like, no. Pocket candy. He's just telling me about random life stories that he has. About like how he how back in his day he used to do this and then do that. And you're probably asking, okay, what's the point, right? Have the confidence of an old man that gives strangers candy. You know what I'm saying? He'll go around, and what I like about him is that he just doesn't care. He doesn't overthink social interactions like young people do. Cause they don't, like, it doesn't matter to them, bro. This guy walks around, talks to people like it's a normal thing to do. Having that kind of confidence to be able to network and socialize with people is a skill that'll take you a long way. Now, granted, when he tells me those stories, I have no idea what he's talking about and I can barely understand him. But I will say this, he is very personable. He just doesn't care. And I do think that it's easy to start caring about things that ultimately you shouldn't, right? Like small things, you go out of the house and your button is like open and you're like, "Oh, you never told me my button was open the whole time." You get what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Your appearance, we care too much about appearances. We want to look good for people, so we start moving in ways that aren't always true to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to hide your insecurities from people when you don't interact with them. There are people who are loners, not because they choose to be, but because they're generally afraid of interacting and engaging with other people, right? And that may not be you, but you can put that in a different context, right? How about the way that you present yourself to people? Are you being your 100% genuine, authentic self when you talk to people or you meet new people? Are you afraid that others are going to look at you a certain way because you have a certain interest that isn't commonly accepted, right? You should be comfortable enough within yourself to express yourself authentically without being too concerned about how you're received to other people. And I think the only exception to that is if it infringes upon other people's rights. I don't care if your hobby is dressing up as a baby, wearing a diaper, and walking around, right? Just don't do that in public. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to be a baby outside. If we're having a regular conversation and like, "Yo, I love to dress up as a baby," right? I'm be like, "Okay," and like, that's cool, right? I'm gonna accept you for that, right? And even if I don't, even if I'm like, "No, that's weird, don't talk to me," you shouldn't be like, "Oh man, I could never share my baby hobby," right? Maybe the baby thing was a little weird. I feel like there's gonna be someone who likes dressing up as a baby, and they're gonna be like, "Oh man," they're gonna be pissed, they're gonna be mad. They're like, "Why didn't he validate my baby dressing up fantasies?" The authentic you is what's gonna attract other people like you. The world has a weird way of bringing people that are similar to you into your life, and you can learn from them. It may not be like the exact same things that they're into as you, but there's going to be aspects of their character that you'll be able to see and relate to in a different way. So if you try to like shift your identity to match something you're not, one, it's not going to be a sustainable change, and two, you're not going to be comfortable with that. It's kind of like guys who switch up their character to impress girls, or girls who switch up their character to impress guys, right? They start acting in ways that isn't normal to them because they think, "Oh, well, this is going to work. This is going to work." And then it might, right, temporarily, but once that fizzles out, you're just left feeling like a shell of who you were because one, it didn't work. Two, you weren't even being true to you. So it's like, Were you even in a relationship, or were you someone else pretending to be in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? Trying your hardest to cling on to something that's not going to work is just going to make your hands tired, right? And you need your hands for life, right? So focus on what you can control and not what you can't. Watch this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow.